Yo, I'm davidspackage and welcome to Anachronox. Now this is one of my absolute favorite games ever. I'm going to be playing all the way through it and hopefully you'll stick with me until the end. Anachronox is a 3D sci-fi RPG with film noir elements and a really great sense of humor. It was released in 2001 by Ion Storm, the studio that also put out Daikatana and Deus Ex. And it was directed and written by Tom Hall, who worked on Wolfenstein 3D, Doom, Rise of the Triad, and another one of my favorites, Commander Keen. Anachronox being an RPG, it has turn-based battles, and that's where the difficulty setting comes in. Now, I don't want enemies to just fall over before they get a chance to throw a punch, but I also don't want to spend 15 minutes whittling them down to nothing, so I'm gonna go with the medium difficulty. Alright, let's get stuck into the intro.
Money, Boots. Or next time, I mix and match.
Hit me.
Hasn't there been enough of that?
Have a heart.
You want to dead us, kids?
Anyone else throwing me out of windows lately?
Come clean with the dead, Sly. Dead is no slouch, and he's got muscle. He'll collect one way or the other.
Hey, money's tight. As soon as it rains, I'll pour some.
I'd suggest a job if I thought you'd take it.
Try me.
The key to my cellar's missing.
Oh, yeah? Where's the job part come in?
When you find it, I pay you.
Man, I need a real case. I need a challenge worthy of my deductive and pugilistic skills.
But I've got a bouncer.
Cute.
You want some real advice? Find a job. It's amazing how many of your problems it'll solve.
You think? Fatima!
What?
Anything on SenderNet?
Nothing you're sober enough for.
I'm just waiting for business to pick up. What's with the attitude?
For one, I'm sick of being dead.
And second, I'm tired of watching you drink and walk away. When did you become such a bum?
I'm not a bum.
Prove it.
Bums don't have offices.
An office isn't a storage room in a cheap bar, Boots.
Hey,
It's time for a new line of work.
forget it, sweetheart. I'm a detective. It's what I do.
Then go out and do it. I'm always here if you ever get off your butt and make useful.
Well, that was embarrassing. Everyone saw that. Alright, Boots. Let's get out of here and find some adventure.
Where do you think you're going, bucko? You're not staggering anywhere until you find a decent job lead, grab some money, and get a camera from your office. Oh, and put that time minder behind you for good luck while you're at it. Yeesh, you are like a little kid sometimes.
Well, there you have it. Fatima won't let us leave the bar until we complete her suspiciously tutorial-like list of demands. No sense arguing. Let's head up to Boots' office and try to find some of these things. So, Fatima used to be Boots' actual secretary, but after she died, Boots had her brain digitized into this floating arrow-shaped computer, a life cursor, which conveniently is also how you interact with the game world. The whole game menu is also basically you consulting Fatima. There's Boots' camera on the edge of the desk. Alright, Boots' awesome digital Corticam. It has room for an impressive 12 shots before it's full. It has a nice optical zoom that does the low resolution textures absolutely no favors. And hey, who's this little robot? It's Pal 18, Boots' little robot buddy. Unfortunately, his batteries are dry. We'll have to keep an eye out for those. Here's Boots in better days, back when Fatima was still alive and Pal 18 was still in commission. And here's an opportunity to use Boots' world skill. World skills are special skills you can use in adventuring. Each character gets one. In this case, it's Pick Lock. Lock Lockpicking is a mini-game where you have to select numbers for each tumbler, and the meter on your lockpick tool will show you how close you are, in kind of a hotter, colder style. It may look complicated at first, but you'll get the idea as I pick more locks. Bingo! We found some dough. Certain viewers may find this money looks oddly familiar. That's because, due to a freak of galactic commerce, the Canadian dollar has become the standard unit of currency for the galaxy. Not sure what Boots means here. I think originally the money would have been on the floor where he landed when he got thrown out of the window. The chest here looks interesting, but as you can see, I need a higher pick-lock skill to open this. 5 tumblers and only 10 seconds to solve it instead of 60. Not possible yet. We'll come back to this one later. We've got the money in camera. Let's work on getting a job lead. We better scope out the clientele. Sounds dangerous. Maybe keep that as a backup option. Data is the #1 crime boss on Anachronox, and he's got the place in such a chokehold there's an actual resistance group working against him. Marina and Mardiman here are in charge of it. Anyway, idealism doesn't pay the bills. Let's keep moving. Doyle's such a chode. I would say Anachronox's best feature is its writing. Almost without exception, every character you come across has something interesting or witty to say, and often both. Doesn't matter whether it's a key character or just some random guy in the background. It always kind of makes me wish the entire game was voice acted. Not much help from Rowdy here. I don't need this guy's help, but I'll buy him the cheapest drink to hear what he's got to say. Whackmaster Jack's Temple of Beating. Sounds like a solid joint. On the table here you can play Ox, one of several mini-games in Anachronox. It's kind of a less complicated tic-tac-toe, and to be honest, the only way to win it is for the computer to make a mistake. Otherwise you're likely to get a tie. I'll only play this one once. Ha! Still no closer to that job lead. The game has some pretty cinematic camera angles, but this is not one of them. Look for Dianimo at Frank's Flophouse. I guess that's a lead to check out. I guess Boots is going to be a miner after all. This poor sap wants to know what to do with his Mystech, which is the slag of weird stone on the table. Nobody knows exactly what Mystech is, except that it's found underground on various planets, and some people collect it. There's a museum of Mystech right here on Anachronox. I'll tell him to keep it. That leaves one item on Fatima's list. Pet the Time Minder. Time Minders are these gentle, white-winged creatures with the big eyes. Apparently they experience all time simultaneously, and touching them leaves a memory of you with them, which is supposed to bring good luck. These guys are your save points. This guy's a floater, which is a somewhat rude name for an alien race called Awa. If you didn't notice, it said no floaters on the sign over the code check. This fella does clue us in about his cousin, who's supposed to be a master informant. Useful info. By the way, I hope you don't mind me paraphrasing the dialogue boxes. The game has a lot of talking, and while the writing is great, not everyone's gonna want to read it all. Uh-oh.
You're gonna hit me, aren't you?
Okay, combat. Like I said, Anachronox has turn-based fights, so as soon as the circle around your character portrait fills... Oh. Well, time to restore my game, I guess.
Was it something I said?
Yeah, to my sister.
You know, there's a special introductory offer at the Temple of Beating up the street. Maybe it wouldn't hurt to brush up on those self-defense skills, don't you think?
I think it's time we get Boots to this fabled Temple of Beating. The next guy might not settle for just breaking his gun. Ah, how fortunate. Using this Heal Grease Plus is kind of overkill since it heals 500 hit points, but Boots only has 100 max hit points right now. But we'll be swimming in healing items soon enough, so let's get greasy. Note also that Boots' pistol is genuinely broken and useless. He won't be fighting anyone with that.
hate this place.
Looks like the way through is blocked off right now. These Nox guards are Anachronox's police force. They are rarely friendly. Hey, there's a metallic Anachronox symbol up there. Let's do the touristy thing and snap a picture. Jeez, nice. As you can see in the intro, Anachronox's surface is made up of constantly shifting plates. You'll occasionally hear warning messages that plate transition is about to occur. Yeah, things aren't what they used to be for Boots. There we go, Whackmaster Jack's Temple of Beating. Before we go in, let's explore further up the fountain spiral. Doesn't matter if I get rude or nice with this guy, he won't let me past. I got some more tutorializing to do. For the record, despite Boots bragging in the intro about his pugilistic skills, he does all his fighting with a gun. So until that gets fixed, he's not hurting nobody. So as this guy talks, let me clarify. The big spiky planet you saw in the intro is Sender 1, a huge hollow sphere covered in sender spikes, which can instantly transport you to the location of other sender spikes floating all around the galaxy. Anachronox was an abandoned alien planet floating in the center of Sender 1. Once it was discovered by explorers, it and the sender spike technology were taken advantage of by all the various peoples of the galaxy.
Will commence in 15 seconds.
No thanks, I'm good.
Please keep area clear. The district of South Anachronox.
No flinging for me today, thanks.
Resulting from plate transition. Stand by. Transition complete.
I've seen enough. Let's learn some fighting skills.